The Department of Public Works and Infrastructure, nationally and provincially, along with the chairpersons and CEOs of our entities, led a visit to His Majesty King Misuzulu, Zwelithini, to unpack the program of action that our department is currently underway with. Our various entities also presented work that they are doing. We had a very fruitful engagement with His Majesty before we addressed Amakosi, where we agreed on a number of action steps that we would take to support the work that His Majesty is doing, particularly in rural communities, focused on the EPWP program, focused on climate change issues in the built environment. We also touched on the work that the IDT is doing to advance social infrastructure in rural communities. We also dealt with issues around the Ingonyama Trust land, where a number of our properties are located, where we have for a long time been unable to survey. And with His Majesty's support, we are going to develop a memorandum of understanding between the department and the board so that we are able to correctly value them and then pay rates to local municipalities for those properties. I was greatly encouraged by His Majesty's expression of support for the work that we are doing, both nationally and provincially. What this shows is the power of partnerships between government, between traditional leaderships, and between royal households. We were also very grateful that His Majesty supported the work that we are doing around social facilitation to ensure that projects are built on time and on budget with the support and involvement of local communities. We'll be taking that policy to Cabinet soon, which will, by law and by regulation, ensure that all government-led building projects involve local communities. So that was particularly helpful. His Majesty also provided support for the reform work that we will be unveiling in KwaZulu-Natal, which is one of two pilot projects in the EPWP space. And His Majesty also committed to attending and personally unveiling that new program, which we are grateful for. His Majesty also provided support for the work that the IDT has been doing, so we're grateful to His Majesty for supporting their programs and their leadership that they now have. So all in all, this was an incredibly fruitful visit. We are grateful for the opportunity, and we will continue to build those partnerships with His Majesty. I knew the late Majesty quite well, and being able to share some of those moments with the current monarch was incredibly touching for me. And I fully align myself with His Majesty's vision to see rural communities develop. It is a big focus of ours in the department, and we are fully aligned on that.
On behalf of the royal family, on behalf of the Zulu Nation, on behalf of the people of KZN, thank you so much, Minister. Our relationship with the Department of Public Works, this meeting was a sense of strengthening ties and workmanship between the two entities, where we had such a great meeting and a great solutions moving forward. Having this great meeting, obviously on behalf of developing our rural communities together with government on the issues of Ingonyama Trust and the people of KZN and South Africa as a whole. And we thank you so much, the different departments that's involved also with public works, that gives us so much confidence that so much is being done, so there's a brighter future in our province. And thank you so much once again. Thank you.
Wena wendlovu.